Hey y'all, for those of y'all who are still subscribed to my channel, hey, what's up? I just want to come back on and make a video because I have not made a video in a long time, and I just don't have much to do lately, so I figured why not start back making YouTube videos. So I know all of my old videos pretty much have been about nursing, so I do want to do a quick nursing update. In the year of 2020, that was a very crazy year for me. I went and I started travel nursing towards, like in the month of September, I took my first travel nursing assignment, and let me just say, y'all, it was crazy. Like, I was at a facility where, the patient load, okay, let me just say this. My first travel assignment, I didn't want to go too far away from home, so I took a contract at a hospital that was within driving distance. It was an hour and a half away to drive. And when I got there, I got one day of orientation, just one. And the very next day, they were like, great, hope you feel comfortable because here's your load of 7. And I was just like, what? My load of what? 7, yes, 7. So I had a load of 7, and I went and I worked that job, and I worked every other day because I wanted to be able to go and come home and like get rest the next day, because I was driving like an hour and a half for consecutive days. It was not gonna work for me. It was not. So I drove, came home. I tried to get a hotel in the area, but I felt like I was wasting money. So I was like, nah, that has to stop. And every day I was like, God, like, I can't wait for this to be over because I'm so sick. I'm so sick of working here. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I got sick of the drive. The patient load was really just exhausting for me, and it ultimately wasn't what I wanted for myself. So with that being said, praying for this thing to be over. I had like maybe 3 or so days shifts left. I did not get to finish because me and a family member and some friends, we're all victims of a drive-by shooting, and I got the opportunity to know what it was like to be a patient. And so that was that. And let me just say this, y'all, if your patient got a chest tube and they telling you that they hurting, they're hurting. And if they're telling you that they're not hurting, because that's what I did, I was like, oh no, I'm not hurting, they're lying and they're not breathing deep enough. Like, they're not. But that's neither here nor there. I really don't want to get into that. That was months ago. Anyway, so after that, after I healed up, I took an assignment. I took a COVID assignment, like a true COVID assignment where the rates were increased and everything. And y'all, that was the best nursing that I've ever done, because it was beautiful. Like, the whole hospital, the hospital itself, it has like 2 campuses. Well, it has multiple campuses, but just in this like vicinity, it had 2 campuses, the main and the north. I was at the North Hospital, and it was ran by pretty much all travelers. The NPs were travelers, the charge nurses were travelers, the floor nurses were like, we was all just travelers. So we all kind of had this thing of like, I'm not trying to make this hard on you. I'm not, we here to do our job, have some laughs, save some lives, and get on with our contracts, essentially. So that was great. Like, honestly, and the reason it was great, first of all, nurse to patient ratios. Because of the severity of the illness that these people had, they were very serious about those ratios. And as a med-surg nurse, having four patients, it was like, Yes, and or if one of your patients was on BiPAP or high flow, baby, three, you only had 3 patients, and I was like, this is wonderful. Also, no family. No family. Because it's a COVID hospital, honey. You can't be in here. You can't be in the mix. So, no. So, all of the extra fluff that we would have to do for family members was, you didn't have to worry about it. It wasn't someone popping out of the room every few minutes like, can I have a cold? Can I have this? Can you do this for my family member? Like, no, it wasn't all of that. And also because it was a COVID hospital, we weren't expected to spend hours in a room with a patient, like just for the sake of patient satisfaction. We weren't expected to do that because that puts us at risk, you know? I mean, of course we had PPE and everything, but you know, and also the pharmacist would schedule the medications in the way that we weren't going into the room every like 2 hours. It was beautiful. Like, so there was that. I did 2 travel assignments before I decided to go ahead and stop traveling and pursue a change of specialty again. Y'all know I feel like I'm always changing specialties at this point, but honestly, nursing is just so broad that it's just like, you know, I'm trying to get in where I fit in. I'm trying to do it all, you know. I did med-surg tele, and honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I know people have so much negative stuff to say about it, but I don't hate it. Now I am doing postpartum. I know I tried labor and delivery before, honey. That was not for me. Labor and delivery is women's ER, and it is not for me. No, postpartum is the med-surg of women's health, and right now that's what I'm doing. I am currently out of training, so I made it all the way out of orientation, and I'm like doing this. I am the nurse, and it's been good. Like, postpartum is not this walk in the park I thought it was going to be. Don't get me wrong, it can be, just like med-surg can be, but sometimes you get mamas that are really sick, like real sick, and sometimes you have babies that are really sick, which it's frustrating for me because I'm used to working with adults, and so I don't know right now. I haven't honed in those skills to know, like, to even know what I don't know, you know? I had a baby recently, and the baby just, all I can say is just didn't look right. And I didn't even know what questions to ask. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know what labs to look for because babies' labs are different from adults. So I'm finding that I have to like sit down and educate myself, because the way the training was set up, now I see the importance of nurse residencies, because they give you that bookwork that you need to go along with the hands-on. Because just hands-on is not enough. So if you can get into a residency, please do that, like, please. But if you can't, I mean, make it a priority to self-educate, you know. And so I know I'm saying a lot in this one video, but yeah, I just want to come back on here and say, hey y'all, I moved a couple times because I was travel nursing, and now I'm a little bit more settled. You know, I'm gonna give this place 2 years. Yes, 2 years. We'll see. Wherever the Lord takes me, we'll see. Yeah, and I hope you all are doing great. My next video, I actually want to talk about some skincare products that like really cleared up my skin, because can y'all see this? Like, I know I got little bitty spots, but overall, the flawlessness of it, the glowy dewiness, yes. I got to put y'all on, which I'm sure other people have already told y'all about these products, but just in case your skin ain't doing it ain't giving what it's supposed to have gave, like, these products, you might want to try them. So that's all I have to say for now. If you're interested in anything dealing with postpartum nursing, you can ask me and we can go through it together, because I'm currently still learning. I don't think that it's gonna be the end all be all for me. I don't feel like this is where I'm gonna just put my flag and just say this is it. No, like once I feel like I've mastered it to a level that I, you know, that I feel is appropriate for me, I will go on to the next thing because, you know, because why not? And I do feel like eventually I will go back to travel nursing. So if you have any questions about travel nursing, about the housing, about the stipends, about really anything with that, I'll give you what little knowledge I have with the 2 assignments that I did, because one assignment I did not, I didn't even leave my house. So, but the other one I actually did find housing for myself, and I can tell you how that process went, so on and so forth. But yeah, y'all, I hope you guys are all doing great, and I'm gonna stop being ghetto on camera, and I will see y'all in the next video.